Good morning and welcome to um, Lifelong Guru Guy. I haven't done a video in a extremely long time. So this is the video you don't want to miss. It's it's about as exciting for me as when DVDs first came on the market. And anyone that knows me knows how excited I was about DVDs going from a VCR tape to a DVD. So there's a new sheriff in town, I guess you would say. It's been around for a while. Curiously enough, I didn't know anything about it, and it was curiosity that helped me discover it. I'd always heard of, even on my TV, I heard about programs like Plex and of course, you got Amazon that has their Amazon TV, and you got, YouTube TV, and you got Voodoo TV, and I'm a member of all of those, so that's nothing new. But so that's all downloadable stuff. Downloadable movies, primarily TV shows, those type of things. But this has gone one step further. This is really, to me, it's really cool. Really cool. And I won't keep you in suspense any longer. It's called the Zappiti. The Zappiti Home Media Player. So this is what a Zappiti does, okay, and it does so much. So basically, how did I discover what a Zappiti was and what it did? Well, of course, I've been backing up my DVDs and Blu-rays for quite some time with my kids, and also, losing them. When you get a big collection like I do, it's very easy to lose them, which is also why I've done the walkthrough and showed you all my huge amount of my collection that's stored in these 400 disc players. Well, after a certain amount of time, instead of your house being completely littered with thousands upon thousands upon thousands of DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K cases, this is my 4K collection, and it's not huge, but it fills up, this whole cabinet. And I've only been collecting the 4Ks for about 4 years now, I think. Maybe even, it's about 4 years. So, this is what made me curious. Right around Christmas time, I decided that, I guess I was on the internet looking, and I found out that they actually have 4K blank disc that you can make backups on your 4K movies. And I was like, huh? No, that technology's not here yet. That 4Ks have only been out for a little while. You can't make backups of 4K movies. I did some research and exploring and this and that, and basically bought some blank disc. Not to go into a lot of huge detail, but the program that I use it's two programs. It's called Any DVD. I think by DVD. No. Any DVD, I think, is the name of the program, by Red Fox. Or Sly Fox. Yeah, it's Sly Fox, not Red Fox. It is a Red Fox for the picture. No relationship to the team, but Sly Fox. And they've been doing this for years. I've used that program with Image Burn, I think, is the other program. That allows me to make backup copies of my DVDs and my Blu-rays. So those work. That's always worked for me. So 4K threw me a curveball. I plopped it in, thinking, okay, I'm going to do it the same way. It's a Blu-ray. It's just a bigger Blu-ray. So I tried my AnyDVD program. I actually bought the media, which I'll show you in a second. They're called 100 gigabyte. I bought them through Verbatim, which is the company I've always used recently because they're the best, and they don't give you Frisbees very often. Frisbees meaning they defective, when you try to make a backup copy. So anyways, very expensive. Very expensive. They come, if I did a lot of research and a lot of shopping around, and I got probably the best deal that I could find on 4K 100 gigabyte disc. Now, a 4K disc is typically somewhere in the nature of, they say 50 to 100 gigabytes, but in reality, they're probably, especially the older ones, they're probably more like anywhere from 38 to 40 gigabytes to, and I mean, Batman goes up to 89 gigabytes. So they don't go all the way to 100 gigabytes. Is it gigabytes? Yeah. And so anyways, to make a long story short, that was a big waste of money and a waste of time and a waste of resources, because any DVD is not able to let you back up any DVD. So I tried Batman, didn't work, and I only bought a 10-pack, because of course I didn't want to spend tons of money. So I bought a 10-pack blank disc of the 100 gigabytes. Cost me, I think it was $100. No, they were about $4 and something. It was $50. So I think they were about $4 and some odd cents, 50 cents, something like that. So, but you look anywhere, if you don't do your shopping around, I've seen them for one disc, 100 gigabytes by different companies, $20. Some of them are outrageous, like $38, crazy. But anyways, any DVD, tried 10 different 4Ks, they all failed. So I'm like, this sucks. So I'm on Amazon. I think it was eBay or Amazon. I think it was eBay, actually. And doing the research, they say, oh, well, one of the big reasons is you have to have a specific 4K Blu-ray burner that is backward compatible, because the new ones that are out don't want you to burn 4Ks. So you have to have this special firmware from 4 years ago for this thing to work. We're going to let that ring. So, anyways, lots of research. I finally found out that, I don't know what that is. So, we finally found out that there's another company called DVD Fab, which is, I think, a Chinese company. And I really was hoping my AnyDVD would have firmware or something that would fix this problem. But, I read and read and read. Nothing fixed it. So I finally decided, after talking to these guys on eBay, I bought a 4K burner with the right, first I bought one that did not have the right firmware, and then I bought just a Blu-ray burner because the computer Nita bought me for Christmas, God bless her, and what a perfect gift that was, because my regular computer, my one I've used for years, died. So it was a month later, that one's dead, and this one, God bless it, I had it. But I didn't have a Blu-ray burner in it. So I bought a Blu-ray burner. I bought a 4K burner. The first one I bought was not compatible, sent it back, got another one, had all kinds of issues with that, with the firmware, sent that back, bought another one. This one had the right firmware, and it still wasn't working with AnyDVD. So I finally plugged it in to the DVD Fab. I had to pay for a lifetime subscription. It was a little expensive. I won't tell you what. It wasn't crazy expensive, but for a lifetime, I'm going to use it all the time. And it also works for, there's some Blu-rays that don't, AnyDVD DVD doesn't have like the backup codes for them or whatever. So I mean, you can use it for that too. And then there's another program that I found that's kind of like a backup for the DVD fab. Make MKV, is the name of that program, and that's kind of like a backup for the backup, and that will work too. But it's not the perfect file, but it works, and it's 4K image, and I mean, what the heck, it works. So if DVD fab doesn't work, then this program works. So anyways, I'm able to burn 4Ks. This is a story. Now the exciting thing, here we go. I'm going to walk you over. This is what the unit actually looks like. This is okay, so let me explain to you how this works. So you make a copy, and in the past, obviously, even with, gotta back a little bit. So even with DVD fab and make MKV, I still was not able to burn a real physical backup disc copy of my purchased 4Ks, or any disc for that matter. These just failed. All 10 of my discs that I bought, they all failed. Never got them to work. Tons of frustration. What's going on? Then somebody said, well, you should just do Plex, because Plex, you can just put your movies on Plex, and then you use the internet and you watch your movies through the internet. And that's an option, but I'm just not. I'm a physical media guy. I want the best possible image that I possibly can get. Okay, so everyone knows the horror stories. At least if you don't, then I'm going to tell you the horror stories of trying to watch like Netflix or Amazon or whatever freezes up, or the picture quality is it's not great. And if you look at the download speeds, you're getting, you need like 100 gigabytes. 100 gigabytes worth of media, and you're getting about 20 gigabytes. So they're compressing the hell out of the picture. So you're getting crap. Same thing with Plex. So I'm not big on downloading and watching my movies on Plex. And it's my buddy that I also watch his channel out of Massachusetts there. He kind of shot down Plex too. He just said, if you're in the house or whatnot, it's all right. The download speeds in the house are all right. And he lives like right around Boston. So, I mean, he's got really, really, really good internet. I live in Maine, so, we got pretty good internet now. But, it's still not going to let me get 4K quality picture through downloading. So that's where Zappiti comes in. So what does Zappiti do? So this is the coolest thing. So Zappiti is a media player. So what does it do? So when I download or make a backup, when I make a backup of my 4Ks, which I can do, and put it on my computer, at that point, that's it. I can watch a 4K image on my computer, and that was the end of it. I couldn't go any further. I couldn't put it on my TV. So what does Zappiti do? Zappiti lets you take those files and put them on you can have an internal player, an internal hard drive or an external hard drive. Now, the internal hard drive with this thing, I'll show you. We'll start there. This is my Zappiti. Let's see if I can get out. It's got a big Z on it. So this is the Zappiti. And when I first read about this, I'm like, I don't want anything like that. I want real media and stuff. But if you flip this down, right here, I don't know if you can see, you got two different drives, okay? If you open this up, you can put an internal hard drive in here. And this thing will hold one, and here's your second one over here. This thing will hold two 16 terabyte drives. So 32 terabytes worth of information. So how many movies is that? So, oh my gracious, I'm trying to remember now. So when they talked about this, I'm thinking, well, I calculated that on those 32 terabytes, I probably can put every friggin' 4K movie that I have and a good amount of my Blu-rays, which is huge. So, okay. So this is an actual disc that I actually had laying around. It was in my defective pile. I was gonna throw it away. This is up. It's just a demo disc, and the cool thing with this is when you have the disc in there. So this is not. There's no disc. This is nothing. This is all on a hard drive. So let me show you here. So I have not yet purchased my internal. I do have some coming, but if you look right here, this is tucked behind the TV. I bought this. Trying to think where I bought this. Oh yeah, I bought this at Best Buy. A 14 terabyte external hard drive. So what you do with this is, yeah, you make your backup copies on your computer. This is transportable. So I basically unplug it from the Zappiti, take it over to my computer. I copy and paste like all my movies onto this, and this holds an incredible amount of movies. I'm going to show you in a second here. So this is not a disc. This is basically just on my hard drive. And let's go into the menu. So I'm going to go back. I show you want to exit. Exit. And then we are going to go. So this is what you get. So this is what comes up when I click on up. I get all kinds of information about it. It tells me it's Blu-ray. Blu-ray disc in the middle. It tells me it has 5.1 surround sound. It's DTS HD. It tells me the aspect ratio, 235.1 widescreen. Even how many hertz it's broadcast in. How I recorded it was MPEG 4, which is the best that you can get. Directors, information about the movie. So I'm going to go back again. So here is what you get when you go in. This is going into movies. So this is what's on just this one hard drive. Okay, I have 9 pages worth of titles. Okay, some of these I haven't actually loaded the pictures on, but and they come with pictures. So I mean, you pick whatever you want. So I'll show you that. Well, there's so much to show you. Right now, I'm just going to tell you that this is such a cool thing. This is all movies that basically were laying around the house or were on hard drives. Like this, a vast majority of these movies were just sitting on my computer that over the years I had made backups of, and they put them in alphabetical order. You have all kinds of different options. This is just the movies. Now, if you come back one more screen, you have what they call the movie showcase. So this, like right now, I have it under sagas. So anything that has multiple movies available right now, it will come up, and you can type through these. Okay? Basic Instinct, Batman. Okay? So let's just go into Bloodshot. Doesn't have a picture yet, but oh, that's another thing. You can put, I have baby videos from when the kids were just infants. I made my own channel for that, and I have all the kids' baby videos from when they were little babies. So, okay, we're going to go into Craft. Okay, so I have the Craft, the original, on DVD. That is on my external hard drive. Now, just because I have it doesn't mean you have to load all these videos. You have to make a backup of it on your computer and then take those files that's on your computer and transport them over to your, cut and paste them over onto your external hard drive or internal hard drive eventually. So there's that. And I also just picked up the Craft Legacy on Blu-ray. And very simply, I throw it in my computer. With this one, I use any DVD, because DVD and Blu-ray you can do with any DVD. Just made a backup of my movie. Now these pictures, these are all pictures, options that I chose. There's like pages upon pages of photos that you can choose from. You can choose your photo for this. You can choose your photo for the background image. If it's a group, which this one is, you can also, you can choose these photos. You can choose this photo. I mean, it's just so, sorry. You can choose that photo. And, it's just amazing. The other thing, which I can't tell you about because it's copyright, but every one of these has sound. Like a little, like Dirty Dancing right now. If I didn't want to get copyrighted, you'd be hearing the Dirty Dancing soundtrack playing in the background on all these movies. Exorcist. Every one of these movies has their own background music. So this is like the main screen. So this is. This is why I'm saying it's so cool. So this is an external hard drive. So not only do you got video, which is backing up movies, but I also have all my music videos that I'm putting on here. So even like stuff from MTV, I have an MTV file that I have. The Explorer is basically like your computer Explorer. So if you're looking for a file, that's where you would go. And then if you go over here, this is the other thing that's really neat, is you can go into music, and let's see if it's coming up right now. I was thinking about it. Okay, so you go into local drives. Name of my thing is Easy. CDs, because that's where I put all my music onto CDs. I made these directories. And then it's loading up now. And then eventually, once it's done loading, you're going to see, here we go. So these are my, over the years, many, many, many years, like back in the 80s, obviously I was collecting music, CDs. So let's just click on Ariana Grande. Then it brings it down, says Dangerous Woman album. Now, all these CDs are on here. So if I want to listen to Dangerous Woman, I'm going to do it real quick because I don't want you to get copyright. Oh, I actually have the sound turned off. But right now it's playing Dangerous Woman right now for me. So if you can see here, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I'm on the right side. But anyways, there's a little bar that's coming across. Oh, there it is. See the little bar? That's playing the song right now. So when I say media player, I'm talking, I have my photos, all my personal videos, like my baby photos, trips with mom to Vegas are on here, anything. Oh, even I've even got my VCR tapes back from the 80s. I had figured out a way to back those up onto my computer, and when I did video searches, it grabbed them all. It grabbed anything that was a video, anything that was music, anything that was pictures. It really is a full-blown media player. It does every freaking thing, even 4K. So if I want to watch a movie, it's as simple as pushing a button. And no getting up, no going to look for the disc, no worrying if the kids have dropped it or given it to one of their friends, or back in the day when the kids would scratch the crap out of them on the floor or drop them or step on them. I don't have to worry about that. It's right here. I want to watch Spider-Man in 4K. Here we go. This is Spider-Man. This is the movie in 4K, Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man. Tells me about the movie. I push another button. Oops, it's thinking. Let me try pushing it again. And loading the video. It has to load basically it loads just like a 4K disc would load. So it's going to change it to the best possible picture available. This is just like throwing the disc in. Right now, this is like having the disc in the player, except there's no disc. It's just all through this Zappiti player. How cool is this? I mean, I'm so excited. This is like as good as DVDs when DVDs come out. You went from a VCR tape to a DVD. Now you're going from 4K, Blu-ray, a physical disc to not a physical disc, to just like basically pushing a button, I feel like watching something tonight, but I don't really know. And let's see, I feel like watching, an action film. So we're going to go, and you don't have to go all the way back through here, but I'm just going to go down here. You got ABC, so if you just want to look up something that starts with the letter A, you have 4K titles, so if you just want to watch a 4K, you can do that. TV shows, this does only TV shows. I got like Grimm, Seinfeld, those type of things. But this is what I was talking about. If categories, say I want to watch an action film, you click on action, and like, here you go. Here's every action film that I have on this hard drive right now. So, I mean, it does take some time to load these movies, or back them up, I should say, and put them on. But for me, like I said, over the years, I've been doing this, making copies anyway. So I had, my laptops, probably 4 different sources that already had movies on them, and videos, and VCR tapes, and baby pictures, and everything you can think of. It basically grabbed this all and just threw it on here. Now, I'm not making these, I'm not even creating these pictures or anything. That's just, it groups them. Like Deadpool has multiple movies, so it puts them in a collection box. And then when you click on it, it shows you like all the movies that are available that you have. I mean, I have both of them right now. So, and then, like I said, the music thing, if you see how this has a little music by it, that means that it's going to be, if I had the sound turned up, it'd be playing the soundtrack right now. If it has a G, that means that it belongs to a group of collection films. There's more than one film in the collection, so you can watch multiple movies. If you click on that, it gives you all the options of multiple movies. And the coolest thing that really sold, this sold me anyways, but the thing I thought was the best was the fact that you can change these pictures. It's not just the standard picture. I mean, you can if you just want to be the old plain standard picture guy. You can just have the box that it came in, the issue. But this has covers from all over the world. I mean, if I wanted to have a cover that came from Japan on there with all the Japanese writing in high definition or the best picture quality, I could. Soundtracks, it's exactly like putting the disc in. It is a disc without the disc. You have an option of, do you want to go right into the main menu, and do you want to have all the commercials and trailers and all that stuff like you would if you put the disc in, or you have another button you can just push and go jump right to the movie. So there's your option. So excited about this. I've been playing with this thing for a month now. Right now, I'm at home alone, and I just uploaded a few, what I had a defective movie pile. Now which were scratched and damaged, and I were ready to throw them away. But before I threw them away, I'm like, well, let me see, these new players that I got. That's the other thing. If you have a 4K burner, they're much more specific on how fine they can read the disc. So if you had an old DVD that had a scratch on it, I have a cleaning system down there, so I'll buff it first. Especially these ones that I were going to throw away anyways. I'll clean it, then I put it in, and I try it, and so far I've been able, every disc that I was going to throw away, which was probably 10 to 12, I've been able to burn them, my backup disc. So that's, I thought they were lost. They're not lost now. And then, like I said, I bought a Blu-ray burner. So I got a 4K burner, a Blu-ray burner, and then the actual computer came with its own DVD burner. So I have 3 options of burning. So that's the other thing is, if you have just one, then you have one. But a lot of people will build these like monster things that, I can burn 3 different movies all at the same time. So that really triples the amount of movies I can put on these hard drives. So yes, I'm excited. I'm sorry this video is so long. There's going to be a lot more. I mean, the other thing that I just learned, which I'm probably going to save for next time, is, like I say, this thing will do anything. So if I can, I just bought an adapter, which basically will allow the red and white jacks of a record player or a turntable back in the day for albums. You can actually, I have all my not all my CDs, but I have, right now on this drive, I have 120 CDs that I bought over the years. It didn't take me that long. The CDs fly on, they download, so back them up so fast, which is amazing. But I have 120 CDs stored on this thing, and I'm not done yet. And then the other thing is I found a bunch over this weekend here. I was off, so I've been basically going through my computer room and over probably 10 to 15 years of making my own backup CDs, probably from like Napster and LimeWire back in the day. I'm finding all these like discs that I thought were just garbage, that had nothing on them, and I'm putting them in the systems and coming up with all kinds of these CDs that I made over the years. Tons of them. I probably have a good like 20 to 30 discs that I've discovered this weekend. Not to mention the movies that I thought were garbage, that I've been able to upload. So there's another so I'm probably up to 150 or more CDs. And then, like I said, anything that was on my computer from LimeWire, especially back in the day, I was using LimeWire and Napster to download music videos. So the quality is crap. But I have a crap load of downloaded music videos that just came over on this thing. So it will do anything. I'm going to be able to put audio cassettes, records, turntable records, pictures. My life. This will do everything. I haven't found pretty much anything that won't. And files, it goes from back in the early, you're looking at back in WAV files in the early, 2000s, 1990s. It'll copy those, and it goes all the way up to, MKV and MP4s. All these different files are out there, and it does it all. It doesn't not do anything. Dolby X, Dolby HDR, it does the picture quality on the TV, phenomenal. It does grading of the photo, of the picture, not the picture, the video, the movie. It will take it from a Blu-ray to a 4K image. it blows my mind. So am I excited? Can you tell I'm excited? So if I had done a video back in the day when DVD first came out, that's how excited I am, because that's how excited I am about this Zappiti. The only issue is you are dealing with external and internal hard drives. So you got to be very, very, very careful when you're handling the hard drives, because they're fragile, which I did learn the hard way, because I did bang one, and luckily it was under warranty, so I was able to replace it, barely. It was almost running out, but I just got a new backup hard drive. So right now I have an 8 terabyte hard drive in my computer. I have an external 8 terabyte hard drive, which I originally purchased. That's the one that got banged and I got a replacement. The 14 terabyte hard drive, that's right now what we're watching all these movies on. That is the one that I'm using right now. And then I just ordered a replacement for an 18 terabyte external hard drive from Best Buy. The first one I got from Best Buy online was defective. It wouldn't even load up anything. So I took it back, and even though I bought it online, Best Buy honored it and gave me the refund and actually ordered me a brand new one and shipping it to my house. I should be getting that shortly. An 18 terabyte. Those, if you don't really know, 18 terabytes is a crap load of movies that you can put on here. I'm probably looking at thousands. I mean, I have 9 pages, and I haven't even basically the 9 pages that I have on here might be like 7 terabytes, maybe. It might be halfway full. So I still have tons of room on just this one drive. Then I got an 8 terabyte over there I haven't even touched, an 18 coming in, and then I actually did purchase a 9 terabyte. Take that back. A 16 terabyte, the maximum size for the internal hard drive. I just ordered one, and it's actually shipping from Malaysia, because that's where I got they make them right there. So I actually had contact over there with somebody. Luckily, he limits how many you buy. You can't buy more than one. But anyways, so I ordered one, and that's on its way. A little bit nervous about that, because obviously it's another country. But it's supported by eBay's customer service policy. So, I mean, if I get screwed, I get screwed. But if I were to buy that internal hard drive around here, I'm looking at $600 to $700 for a 16 terabyte hard drive. With buying it directly from Malaysia, it was like $260. So huge savings. So that's the way to go. So as long as it shows up, that's the only thing I'm worried about. So there'll be more to come, I'm sure. I'm so excited about this. And I'm going to go now and play with my Zappiti a little bit more. What I spend most of my time doing, I mean, you'd think I'd be watching all these movies, but I spend most of my time right now just updating the pictures for the images on the player itself, which I think is cool. I mean, you get pages upon pages of images that you can, and I like to choose the ones that you just don't see, just something odd. I mean, I don't pick like the Chinese one or anything like that, because I like to know what it reads. I can't understand Chinese, but anyways, I'm gonna go play now. I'm gonna see. I'm still trying to back up like 3 defective discs that I haven't been able to do, but they're pretty not very good movies. One of them, I don't even know what it is. It doesn't even have a title on it. I just had it laying around and had made a backup of it, and then I don't know I didn't write down what the backup was, so I got to find out what that movie is, but I'll probably end up chucking that one, because I don't think I tried it in 2 out of the 3 players, and then just not reading it, so anyways, very exciting. Music, if I just don't even want to watch a movie, if I just sit here and listen, it's like going back into college or high school, just I'll be able to play my high school, the barn dances that we had in high school with Jam Master Jay and Scratch and Squealy Neely. I still have some of those audio discs. So and I figured out a way that I can use an adapter and put the actual audio disc or cassettes right onto the Zappiti under the CD option. And I'll be able to listen to all those old audio tapes. I mean, the only thing that it doesn't do, and that's only because I don't have any, is 8-track. But if I had an 8-track player and still had some 8-tracks, I probably would be able to even download those. And I'm going to put my albums from childhood, and I'm talking like 4 or 5 years old, like the old Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and all those that, if you can get those copied over on here, they're good forever. You don't have to worry about them scratching or wearing out or anything. So anyways, okay, 40 minutes, that's enough. So I'm very excited. Please watch this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.